Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
RT World News.
January 28, 8:09 America, New York. Here's why the ICJ ruling on genocide is a crushing defeat for Israel. The Hague-based court has not called for a ceasefire and has no enforcement power, but its decision is resounding nonetheless.
BBC News World.
January 28, 8:07 America, New York. Istanbul church attack. Gunmen kill one person during Sunday morning mass. Police are searching for the gunman who carried out the shooting during mass at a Catholic church.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 28, 8 o'clock America, New York. How a motorcycle maven rules a famous mountain road. Her 2007 Yamaha might not have the most tech, but she feels oneness with it on the tail of the Dragon's 318 curves over 11 miles.
Time.
January 28, 7:58 America, New York. Biden says he would shut down border, right now, if Congress sends him a deal. Columbia, South Carolina. Bidding to salvage a border deal in Congress that also would unlock money for Ukraine. President Joe Biden offered fresh assurances Saturday night that he would be willing to close the U.S.-Mexico border if lawmakers would only send him a bill to sign.
BBC News World.
January 28, 7:55 America, New York. Sinner wins Australian Open after epic fight back. Jannik Sinner lands the Grand Slam title he has long promised with an extraordinary fight back to beat Daniil Medvedev in the Australian Open final.
Mirror World News.
January 28, 7:39 America, New York. UK breaks record for new hottest day in January in more than 66 years. We'll be bringing you the very latest updates, pictures and video on this breaking news story.
WorldCBSNews.com.
January 28, 7:17 America, New York. CIA director to hold Hamas hostage talks Sunday in Paris. CIA Director William Burns is expected to discuss the latest emerging proposal to free the remaining hostages held by Hamas in Gaza.
Fox World News.
January 28, 7:12 America, New York. 5 Ukrainian officials arrested over theft of $40 million in war funds as Ukraine corruption persists. Ukraine's struggles with corruption continue as 5 officials were charged with stealing $40 million intended for purchasing mortar shells.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
January 28, 7:06 America, New York. British warship shoots down Houthi drone. Yemen's Houthis launched a drone attack on a British warship which was successfully repelled, the UK Ministry of Defence has said.
RT World News. January 28, 7:05 America, New York. Trump rival targeted in swatting incident, Reuters. Police received a report last month that a man had killed his partner in the home of a U.S. Republican presidential candidate.
Fox World News.
January 28, 7 o'clock America, New York. China's tightly controlled internet flooded with anti-Semitism following Hamas massacre. Since the Hamas massacre of Israeli and foreign nationals, anti-Semitic content in China has grown, and critics are alarmed it has not been stopped.
Wall Street Journal World News.
January 28, 7 o'clock America, New York. Plummeting inflation raises new risk for Fed. Rising real interest rates. If inflation has sustainably returned to the Fed's 2% target, then nominal rates adjusted for inflation have risen and might be restricting economic activity too much.
BBC News World.
January 28, 6:45 America, New York. Aeromexico passenger opens plane door and walks on wing. Passengers say they had been kept on the tarmac for 4 hours without air conditioning or water. Mirror World News.
January 28, 6:21 America, New York. 10 deadliest sharks include tigers, bulls, and one that's considered the top killer. Sharks are not always as fierce as they are painted in the movies, but there are many which are considered dangerous, and wouldn't think twice about devouring a human or other prey.
Fox News.
January 28, 6 o'clock America, New York. Beware of this McAfee Google Chrome pop-up scam. A McAfee antivirus pop-up that appears on your computer screen is a scam using fear and panic to make you act quickly and surrender personal information.
RT World News.
January 28, 5:58 America, New York. Negotiators close to Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal, NYT. A U.S. brokered agreement could halt the fighting in Gaza for 2 months. Officials told the paper Israel and Hamas are on course to reach a prolonged ceasefire deal within the next 2 weeks, The New York Times has reported, citing unnamed U.S. officials close to the negotiations.